Does the butterfly hug actually work to reduce anxiety? Hi, I'm Dan Ross, and I'm known as the anxiety helper. I'm a hypnotherapist that helps people reduce anxiety. And there are a number of videos out there that show people how to do something called the butterfly hug or butterfly tapping. And I'm going to break down how it works. We'll watch a video so you can kind of see what it looks like. And then I'll teach you how to do it. And I will explain why it works because often when people know why it works, then they can trust that the tool works better. So let's go ahead and take just a quick look at this particular
Someone that struggles with
so we
panic
can
attacks
watch
or
it.
high levels of anxiety, I'm a licensed therapist and I have a tip that might help you. I want you to try the bilateral stimulation technique of butterfly tapping. You can place your hands like this and tap at an even, slow pace while taking deep breaths. This technique helps activate your parasympathetic nervous system that's responsible for relaxation and helping you feel calmer. If you're someone that
Okay, so that's the technique. So what she's talking about is something called bilateral stimulation. So we have two hemispheres in our brain, the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere, and the two hemispheres are responsible for different aspects of our thinking and feeling. There's the left hemisphere, which is more logical. There's the right hemisphere, which is more emotional. They have different functions and they work together. And what often happens when somebody's experiencing anxiety, even panic, is that they're often stuck in one hemisphere of their brain. So if they're overthinking things, they might be stuck in their left hemisphere. If they're having more of a panic, they might be stuck more in the right hemisphere. And so, and there's functional MRIs that show that this is the case, that there's often more activity in one hemisphere than the other when people are having anxiety or even panic. So if you do something that uses both sides of your body, then it uses both halves of your brain because the left hemisphere controls the right side of your body and the right hemisphere controls the left side of your body. They cross over. So something you do that uses both sides of your body will activate both hemispheres of the brain. And so there's many ways to do bilateral stimulation. This is one that is a little more kinesthetic. And so that's why and how this works. And also, if you're doing it and you're actually feeling it, then you're actually bringing yourself out of your cognitive brain and more into the kinesthetic nervous system. And so you're maybe taking yourself out of some of those spinning thoughts because you're focusing and concentrating your attention, which, by the way, is hypnotic in its own way. So hypnosis is often involving focusing your attention, following along with something. So when you're doing this, you're putting your attention on something, which means there's less attention going into that thing that maybe you're having anxiety about. So here's actually how the technique works. And if you just go and put your hands here, and one thing she didn't really mention is to remember to breathe when you do this. So again, that will help you activate that parasympathetic nervous system, turn off the fight or flight, and just take some nice, slow, deep breaths as you do this. And I'm just going to tap back and forth. And by the way, while you're doing this, you're kind of crossing over your hands and arms, which prevents or presents a little bit of confusion inside of your mind in a good way, which again will bring you out of maybe some of that anxiety because it takes a little bit of effort to focus on this. And that's how this works. So try it out. You can kind of subtly do this. You can do this in other ways, like just by putting your hands on your lap and tapping a little bit. So try this one out called the butterfly hug or butterfly tapping. And again, how it works, it's a form of bilateral stimulation. You're getting yourself out of one hemisphere of your mind and into more into your body. Try it out and notice how it works for you.